Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. So, apparently, white women are grooming black men. Now, I want to be clear in the description because we're not talking about boys. They're grooming adult men. I don't really know what you groom adult men for. What women groom adult men for. That's a new one to me. I have to figure that out sometime. I have to actually stop and think about, huh, maybe they could groom you for money, which means that they would have to find a way to get you to make more money, meaning bringing wealth to your life. And once you're wealthier, perhaps take advantage of you that way. Don't really know. I'm going to have to ponder. I'm going to have to ponder on that for a bit. But I do believe that there's some grooming going on with black men. And you want to know what that is? By their mothers. See, it's easier to groom boys than it is men. A lot easier. And who has complete and total access to him? Not only through, just being the son of a single mother, but also having a single mother as a neighbor on both sides, a teacher, and pretty much the majority of this makeshift community that you call the ghetto. Full of adult women without a man in sight. You're being groomed. From day one, you're being groomed to a single purpose, and that is to the pleasure of your single mother's future daughter-in-law. I'm going to raise him to be a good black man. I'm going to teach him that he ain't all that. I'm going to make sure he's humble. You're being groomed. He going to know how to treat a woman, a queen. I don't care what she looked like. You're being groomed into this foolishness. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Grooming. We have been groomed to a certain type of woman. We have been groomed to put up with a certain type of woman, to worship a certain type of woman. What's going on about business? We have been groomed by this system for quite some time. And then after years, sometimes decades of grooming, I want to show y'all in today's episode of TikToxic what the end result of this is. Fair use. Fair use.
Heard black men say that their white girlfriend wasn't using them because they was broke when their girlfriend met them and their girlfriend invested in them. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, are you really that fucking gullible? You think that just because you don't have nothing mean that she don't see something that's worth investing in? Are you ambitious? Are you responsible? Are you courteous? Are you respectful? Are you consistent? Do you take accountability? And are you reasonable? Those qualities right there is something worth investing in. And a lot of you black men don't even realize you being preyed upon, because if you can find somebody with those qualities and combine them with your resources, that's creating something that's worth keeping. Most of you black men that date white women are being used as buffers, as a means of separation, and you don't even know it. And what are they separating? They're separating your provision from your community, your resources from your community, your leadership from your community, and your protection from your community, while simultaneously persuading you to relinquish those same things into their community. And when you go across enemy lines and you find a way to persuade your enemy to work for you, not only are you killing their community, but you're empowering yours at the same time. This is one less black man you got to worry about standing up for his community. And I want y'all to also acknowledge the elephant in the room. Let's not sit here and pretend like white people are not having problems reproducing, because they are. I actually saw a video of this white woman admitting that she would prefer a black man just because she want to retain his genetics. And what is the outcome of these successful black men when they date white women? What is the outcome? Men like Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes, Charlie Woods, Tiger Woods' son, are produced. Now, while these still are technically black men, they're reinvesting into their white family. And you black men are so wrapped up in comfort, you don't even realize you're being used as a work mule. You really think that if you didn't have resources and if you weren't a threat that they would be letting you fuck their daughters? These are the same people that used to hang you just for looking at white women. And the best way to neutralize a threat is to get them to join your team. And are you even considering how your children are going to be treated by the white side of his family? And I already know what you're about to say. Well, black people, they mistreat their family too. Yeah, that might be true. But guess what? In the black community, black might be a lot of things. Black might be lazy. Black might be inconsiderate.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there because it's getting, whoa. I'm just going to stop right there and because I know I'm going to forget everything I have to respond to this foolishness. But notice how he called Tiger Woods black. Y'all peep that? He didn't say Tiger Woods. He said Tiger Woods' son. So I'm trying to like pick out his thought process because if being like a hybrid, whatever you want to call it, yeah, let's call it that for the sake of, a show. But if being a hybrid just wipes you away from all blackness, then wouldn't he just say Tiger Woods? So apparently he's not wiped away from all blackness. And apparently the combination of the two different races getting together in harmony produced possibly one of the greatest athletes in this field that has ever lived ever. Get it? Got it? Good. All right.
Considerate. Black might be a thief. Black might be dangerous. Black might be a gossiper. But black is never not beautiful. There is always a home for black people in the black community. And if you think I'm reaching or if I'm being delusional or I'm even overanalyzing the situation, I would tell you, you are seriously underestimating how far a desperate person will travel in order to survive. And one more thing I need to ask you. A lot of you black men, you get with these white people, then you leave your family behind. Let me ask you something. Do you think that white woman would sacrifice her family to be with you?
Okay. I want somebody in the chat room to tell me an instance where black women sacrifice anything to be with you. I'll wait. You see, here's what's weird about this fella, besides his glasses. Like he looks like he's the sheriff of Chickasaw County, Mississippi. But what's weird is he is not highlighting the benefits that they give you. In fact, he's highlighting the negatives that they will give you. Like, yeah, they thieves. Yeah, they this. Yeah, they this. And yeah, you'll be happy and comfortable over there. But you get to give these people who are advocates of your misery some of yourself. Okay. So what he's saying is basically, I am a walking lick. I am born to be taken advantage of. You see, this is that grooming. He's accepted this. He's been groomed by his parents or by his mother, excuse me, not parents. Okay. He's been groomed by his mother to accept that he is destined to be taken advantage of. And also, it is incumbent of him to be taken advantage of by this particular group of women. Imagine teaching your daughter that. Imagine teaching your daughter that she's going to get real, true PIMP-ED, right? That's your destiny. You are going to be PIMP-ED by somebody. Let that somebody look like me. That's the type of grooming that's going on here. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to interrupt this time. I want to try to get the full effect. But let's listen again. And then we're going to read some comments, and I'll read some of your comments. Then we're going to go to the next video. All right.
I've legitimately heard black men say that their white girlfriend wasn't using them because they was broke when their girlfriend met them and their girlfriend invested in them. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, are you really that fucking gullible? You think that just because you don't have nothing mean that she don't see something that's worth investing in? Are you ambitious? Are you responsible? Are you courteous? Are you respectful? Are you consistent? Do you take accountability?
Okay. So right off the bat, he's saying that they see value in you. They're not saying ain't sugar honey iced tea. They're not saying I don't need you. They look at you and say, you know something? I see potential in you when you don't see it in yourself. And nobody in your community sees it in you. Not even your mama. I am going to invest my youth and beauty in that. And you're supposed to say, get that snow bunny away from this long chocolate stick. That's what we've been conditioned to say. All right, let's continue.
And are you reasonable? Those qualities right there is something worth investing.
Oh, by the way, the qualities he looks for that he listed isn't what Black women are asking for publicly. I'm not saying that they don't want it, but they're not asking for it publicly.
And a lot of you Black men don't even realize you being preyed upon, because if you can find somebody with those qualities and combine them with your resources, that's creating something that's worth keeping. Most of you Black men that date white women are being used as buffers, as a means of separation, and you don't even know it. And what are they separating? They're separating your provision from your community, your resources from your community, your leadership from your community, and your protection.
Okay. You've been used to separate. Okay, fair enough. What if, just what if, well, actually, I'm not even going to say that. I am going to say this. What happens when a Black woman turns a Black man down? Is she not separating from you from your community? I'm going to make an assertion. And that is, any Black man who is single has already been separated by his community. Any Black man who is single has already been separated from his community. Meaning that if yesterday you went to a Juneteenth celebration by yourself, you're not a part of the Black community. A community is family of families. I'm going to repeat that. A community is a family of families, meaning that if you're not a part of a family, then you can't be a part of a family of a family. Therefore, if you are a Black man and you are single, you are already separated from your community. At which time you can make your own community or find comfort in another. Get it? Got it? Good.
From your community, while simultaneously persuading you to relinquish those same things into their community. And when you go across enemy lines and you find a way to persuade your enemy to work for you, not only
go across enemy lines. Oh, my simple light-skinned soul. My simple light-skinned soul. By the way, I'm not light-skinned. I'm talking about this brother. You live in America. If Americans are your enemies, then you are behind enemy lines. There isn't a line in this country, a physical line in this country, that they can't move you out of. If you don't believe me, draw a line. Draw a line. Draw a line and say, this is my block. This is my block. This is my block. This is my nation. And then gentrification comes, and then, you know, they move you somewhere else, and you say, this is my, you are behind enemy lines. You imbecile. And by the way, wouldn't it be her that's moving behind enemy lines if she's with you? But the only people who see it in such a foolish way is the people that was groomed, read you, to see it that way. You're brainwashed, brother.
Only are you killing their community, but you're empowering yours at the same time. This is one less black man you got to worry about standing up for his community. And I want y'all to also acknowledge the elephant in the room. Let's not sit here and pretend like white people are not having problems reproducing, because they are. I actually saw a video of this white woman admitting that she would prefer a black man just because she want to retain his genetics. And what is the outcome of these?
Okay. Fellas in the chat room, tell me if you wouldn't mind giving her some of your genetics. I'm trying to see how this whole enemy thing works. I'm trying to see how that works. I really am, because like I'm looking at instances in history, right? Where two groups of people were enemies, they became enemies. And I favor myself to be a bit of a historian. And I'm trying to think of the group of people who offered their daughters box as a weapon against an enemy. I'm trying to think about who did that. Like when the British came to America and they seen, and they made the 13 colonies, did they say, hey, here's some white box. Go ahead and spread your genetics here. While in the background laughing like, yeah, now I got them. Is that how is that what they did? Did they do that in the colonization of Africa? And I'm not talking about like if the box had smallpox or something on it. I'm talking about they just like, yes, here is my young fertile daughter. Give her your genetics, and we're going to use it to what? And then he's saying they're taking your resources. They have a lot more resources. What in the world are you talking about? Hit the like button.
These successful black men, when they date white women, what is the outcome? Men like Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes, Charlie Woods, okay. Tiger Woods' son, are produced. Now, while these still...
Okay, once again, it is not... They're not successful black men when the women get with them. They're unsuccessful men. That was overlooked by women who are looking to wait at the finish line. If you don't believe me, look at the previous video. They're advocates for women waiting at the finish line. Men don't want to wait that long, and they want somebody to actually help them to the finish line, like a cheerleader or something. Yeah. These are the guys who are getting with the cheerleaders. Not the woman who waits for them at the finish line.
Are technically black men, they're reinvesting into their white family. And you black men are...
Wait a minute. Somebody had something to say that I'm going to respond to now, because I think that is foolishness. I'm going to highlight you for saying such foolishness. Somebody said they know black men produce successful mixed kids. Like who? Like who? Besides former President Barack Obama or Tiger Woods or Andre Ward or Shamar Moore or Halle Berry. But who else? Besides Zendaya. But who else? What are you talking about? Yeah, besides Patrick Mahomes. But who else? Who else besides that? That's just a few extraordinarily successful people. But who else besides Zoe Kravitz? Well, did that count? I don't think she counts. Besides Jesse Williams, you talking foolishness. Yeah, besides Jason Kidd. Besides The Rock. Besides the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. Yeah, besides that, who else? See, there's no anecdotal evidence of what you just said. You're just making up stuff. Cortez Smith. What are you talking about? I'm gonna go listen to my Mariah Carey song to just get this foolishness out of my head.
So wrapped up in comfort, you don't even realize you're being used as a work mule. You really think that if you didn't have resources and if you weren't a threat that they would be letting you fuck their daughters? These are the same people that used to hang you just for looking at white women. And the best way to neutralize a threat is...
Are they the same people? Are they the same people? Did they have an epiphany? Like, I'm trying to picture like the person, like the tobacco chewing person that's sitting on the porch with a shotgun, watching the dirt get dirtier. That is his front lawn. He's spitting tobacco and he got an XXX jug. I'm picturing that person saying, "Yep, I used to hang them. Now I'm letting them beat my daughter." Because I know that that's the real way to get back at him. Is that what's happening? He has like a warped definition of war, don't he? It's like somebody who lived in 1850 saying, yes, yeah, I got them right where I want them. I'm picking their cotton. That's how you really get the enemy. You pick their cotton. Like, okay, yeah, you keep at that.
Is to get them to join your team. And are you even considering how your children are going to be treated by the white side of his family? And I already know what you're about to say. Well, black people, they mistreat their family too. Yeah, that might be true. But guess what? In the black community, black...
You see, I just glossed over that. Well, black people, they mistreat their family too. But it's like, no, there's no but. Like, you're saying that they mistreat their family on both sides, even though, it's speculation. Somebody said Andre Ward's father was white. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So we're just going to have to stick with Barack Obama and the rest. But you're right about Andre Ward's father. He's Irish. Moving on. I like how you said that as if it disproved everything else that was said. Like, oh, by the way, his father was the white one. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, got me there. Moving on. It's amazing that he can, that the person here, how he's capable of highlighting all of the pluses to the individual and none of the minuses, and then speculating that there is going to be a plus to the community if you stay. Meaning that if you stay in sheer utter misery, you have the sake of knowing that your money is going to the community, even though it's not. Your money is going to be taken from the woman and spent in another community. I'm going to repeat that. Your money is going to be taken by the woman and spent in another community. So, she get with you. You get her hair and her nails did by who? Asian women. You buy her a new car. You know, it's not going to be by a black owned company. You buy her a new car and all this stuff. It doesn't go to the kids. Oh, no, 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 no. The more money that the kids get, the less money that the women get to spend. Gucci, Prada, what's that? Birkin, all of them got hands in your community pocket. This is where all your money goes. When they talk about generational wealth, that's the wealth that you generate for these broads. There's no generational wealth because there's no generations. They never generate kids for the man that they're with. And they never stay with the man that they generate kids with. There's no generational wealth.
Black might be a lot of things. Black might be lazy. Black might be inconsiderate. Black might be a thief. Black might.
And another thing, notice how with people with this type of brain, it never works in reverse. It's never working in reverse. He's never. What if the man was going to her community to get their wealth? And bring it back. But he don't think of it like that.
Be dangerous. Black might be.
Charles Merchant. When Keisha marries an elderly white man, she's bringing his money to the community. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Ever notice how when they say to the community, it's always a transfer of wealth from either a black or a white man to a white woman? Or excuse me, to a black woman? Ever notice that? When black men give me money, he's giving it to the community. When white men give me money, he's giving it to the community. What does that mean? I think that's a transitive thing. Those who know. And correct me if I'm wrong. Transitive property clearly states that if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. So actually, it's not transitive. Well, maybe. Somebody correct me. I'm fuzzy on that. But what can intelligently be concluded from this is that the black woman is the community. Every time they say give to the community, they describe a process in which black women receive wealth because the men and children aren't counted as the community. So a man leaving wealth for his children, a black man leaving wealth for his children, isn't given to the community. But a black man leaving his wealth to black women is given to the community. You see how that works? Black women are the community. Now, what does that mean for you, black man? It means that you are not part of their community. It's a place where you contribute to, but you receive none of the benefits from. And you never will. Hold on one moment. Hold on one moment. Just so y'all know, I'm having kitchen work done. Having work done in my kitchen. So when I do random pauses, I told them to knock if something happened. And y'all might have heard the power tools in the background. I closed the door, so I didn't hear it that bad. But that's what's going on. So if y'all hear a knock on the door and I gotta go, it's because of that. He's actually left now. He went to Home Depot to get some paint. So um, he might come back while I'm in the show. But that's what I'm doing. Hey, you got a life outside of YouTube. That's part of it. But anyway, black women are the community, and black men don't have a place in it. Not a place that benefits black men. So there you have it. The black community is a place where people invest and get nothing in return. All right. Get it? Got it? Good.
A gossiper, but black is never not beautiful. There is always a home.
Black is never not beautiful, except when it's ugly as sin. Black is never not beautiful. Yeah, tell that to Leslie Jones. No one of anything is beautiful, not even the Eritrean women. Ooh, dang! When I was looking at the TikTok of the day, I came across a beautiful, beautiful Eritrean woman talking garbage. By the way, Eritrean is a country next to Ethiopia, which was once Ethiopia, so it's the same gene, but they are just slightly hotter, which is difficult to do. But even amongst their population is a ugly, five head looking Eritrean chick, I'm sure. I just haven't seen her yet. Nevertheless, it's not always beautiful. If everybody's beautiful, no one is beautiful. Notice how he just, highlights negatives and say, yeah, but it's beautiful, but they're beautiful. No, they not. But let's just say, for example, they were, right? And let's just give you that so I don't even have to make that foolish argument and go down a list of non-beautiful black people. Shout out to Flavor Flav. Let's just say that I can I'm not gonna do that right now. By the same logic, if you find yourself with an attractive white woman, couldn't you say that, yeah, her family's racist, she gossips a lot, she talks crap, and every time before she comes, she just blurts out the N-word with the hard ER, but she's beautiful? That's what you're sounding like when you apply that logic to the opposite side. The whole but she's beautiful just negates everything else. Foolishness.
For black people in the black community. And if you think I'm reaching, or if I'm being delusional, or I'm even overanalyzing the situation, I would tell you, you are seriously underestimating how far a desperate person will travel in order to survive. And one more thing I need to ask.
Really? So their survival is on the line. This is like reverse antebellum, like they're sucking my penis for the sake of their survival. Is that what's going on? Well, if they gotta suck my penis in order to survive, y'all hear that? Here, I'll do it again. That is the sound of my zipper going down. If white women have to suck my penis in order to survive, all right, well, there you go. You're welcome, by the way. What in the hell? Okay.
You. A lot of you black men, you get with these white people, then you leave your family behind. Let me ask you something. Do you think that white woman would sacrifice her family to be with you? I've legitimately.
Well, if her family don't want to see you and her together, and she chooses to be with you regardless of that, then yes. The answer to that is yes. Now, he talked about the fertility, and this shows like a level of denseness that a lot of pro-blacks possess, because they think that the fertility issue, one, is exclusively white, and two, is somehow cultural. He's actually under the impression, and this is a very weird thing, that for whatever reasons, white women's reproductive system is rejecting white men's sperm. And they're coming to them because their reproductive system only embraces black sperm. Therefore, if we stop bow chicka wow wow with white women, they'll go extinct. The race will go extinct. That's what he's trying to sell. That's what somebody sold him. And that's what he's trying to sell you. But more importantly, he's trying to sell that to me. And I ain't buying it. But let's see if the comment section is buying it. All right. Mental Safe Space says, my goodness, a black man who actually understands. Okay, let's see the responses to that. Let's see. I see right through. You don't even see right through the glasses that are on your face right now. But okay. All right. It says he knows and doesn't care. He has to leave his frustrations and self-hatred inside. Okay. Because he thinks he's going to enjoy the experience of his preference color. Don't really care about the color of the mouth that is sucking my penis. I don't. See, here's the thing. This goes out to black women. I know that there are very few black women listening. So black men, when this topic comes up about preference, I want you to suggest this experiment. Because the only way to determine a preference is if a person has a choice of both things. So, if a black woman says, white women are your preference, tell her to get on her knees and open her mouth. And then have a white woman also get on her knees and open her mouth. And whichever one gets it first is my preference. Every now and again, I watch these YouTube shorts where they try to see who the baby prefers, like the mother or the dad. So, they, the toddler rather. So, they'll put the baby like at a distance, and then they like, come here, come here, come here. Like both the mom and the dad, and sometimes the older siblings be like, come here, come here, come here. And then whoever the baby goes to first is the baby's preference. Like, this is my favorite person. That's how you determine who is a person's favorite, by giving them the choice of both and seeing which one they pick. So once again, on your knees, mouth open, with a white woman who is also on her knees, wide mouth open. Mouth wide open. The one who gets it first, the one who first is the preference. All right. They'll find out. Yeah, okay, because you never find out with Keisha. All right, let's. Amen. Holy crap. Thank you, sir. Heal, my brother, heal. I don't know what in the hell that's about. I never seen anyone called Precious pretty. You're right. because she's not. I don't feel right without. Well, actually, this guy calls Precious Pretty, so there you go. I don't feel right without my black woman, regardless of the fact of what fact. See, whenever somebody is accepting you regardless of something, that something is pretty bad. You've been put up to whatever the regardless is. Hulk Hogan said it best when he wouldn't let Brooke date a black man unless he was worth $100 million. Well, it's really not up to Hulk Hogan now, is it? It's up to Brooke. I've been saying this, but everyone calls me racist. It's not just facts. Okay. You're far from it. Okay. Seems like you're trying to breed out a race. So I don't know what else to, I don't know how else to respond to that. White man stated, let's offer these black athletes $40 million contracts, and time will recoup our investment, whether through their spending or passing it down to through our daughters and their daughters. Because you want to know who successful black men are passing their wealth down to? Nobody. And you want to know how I know? Because K. Michelle said, ain't nothing like denying a rich, successful black man. In fact, I'm going to get that clip. I need to start clipping stuff, but I definitely need that clip. I definitely need that clip. So it's like you can either get denied by K. Michelle just so she could get her rocks off, or you can actually pass your wealth down to a half black child. What would you do? All right. Get it, got it good. Oh, this one is a doozy. Only black men can help other black men. Good job. Okay. This is the words of a woman that is not going to help you in anything ever. She is not your helpmate. I'm going to repeat that. She is not your helpmate. Your helpmate will never say only black men can help black men. only black men can help black men. She is not your helpmate. All right, let's see. Black women are the smartest women on earth. Hold on. Let me wait for a bit. let me get the giggles out. Okay. All right. Black women are the smartest women on earth. Oh, dang. I thought I was done. I'm going to look for the post that says Asian men had the biggest dick on earth. Holy crap. Okay, I'm done. Oh, it gets worse. Black women are the smartest women on. Okay, I'm gonna read it like she stated, like she stated it. Black women are the smartest women on earth. We already be knowing. Wow. Okay. I gotta get the details on this. I gotta see who replied to this. Holy crap. Statistically, black women are the most educated groups. The number bear it out. Holy, okay. Okay, is this bum? Why is it another ninja ass chick? Okay. Anyway, The best way to neutralize the threat is to get them to join your team. Bars. The best way to neutralize a threat, and with all due respect, Ashitashi, with all due respect, the best way to neutralize a threat is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And this is with all the respect in the universe. I got nothing but respect for y'all. The best way to neutralize a threat is the Hiroshima way. What are you talking about? According to her, the best way to neutralize a threat is to give them your daughter's vagina. The best way to... Okay. I'm going to give a story, a true story of a threat that would not go away. And shout out to the threateners. Shout out to the threateners, because y'all have the smallest penises but the biggest balls ever. So, in the 1940s, in 1941, in December of 1941, America received a new threat coming from the West, or the East, depending on what side of the globe you're starting from. But nevertheless, an Eastern power threatened our West in a place called Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This was a threat. Now, they were united with another threat. You know, let's just call him Mustache Man. This threat came in three forms. Let's just say Mario, Mustache Man, and Ninja. Now, even though of the three, the strongest just so happens to be Mustache Man, and they fought and fought and fought, and they fought hard. But at the end of the day, or near the end of the day, Mustache Man and Mario surrendered. And you want to know who was left and who just wouldn't give up? Because once again, small penis, big balls. The samurai. The samurai wouldn't give up. Even though all the world, they had no allies and they had nothing but enemies. They had Sergey coming in after them, and they had Yankee Doodle coming in after them. And they just some small island, and they say, you know something? I am not going to give up. And you want to know how they solved that problem? By giving them beautiful daughters to smash. All right, let's read some more. I love you, black man. Oh, holy crap. Then get one and treat them right. It's a transfer of wealth, resources, spiritual talents, and gifts. Yes. And that transfer goes both ways. It's really an exchange. It's an exchange. Also, they control his wallet too. I peeped that. Well, he was broke when she met him. And if she didn't meet him, he would still be broke. So apparently these white women are getting that black man to control broke wallets. Okay. Unfortunately, the ones that need to hear it will reject it because we're not idiots. No lies detected. Didn't say he lied. Black men, where have you been? We need some more of this truth. Thank you. Where have black men been? They've been on Tinder, Bumble, and Black People Meet trying to fuck. And where have you been? Is the question when that was going on. Anyway, I swear, y'all black men who actually get it are making me have people eye y'all again. Smartest women on earth here. I like it here. Thank you, King. I swear, y'all black men who actually get it, get that actually gets it are making me have. Oh, okay, I missed it. Hope I y'all again. All right, you have me over here in tears. A black man, thou understand. Ah, why don't y'all fuck them? You see, sex is a way to encourage certain traits that you want to see more of. It's a reward system. Kind of like, if you have, say, 5 kids or something, and then one kid does something nice, and then you give him a treat, and that would encourage the other kids to do the same. Ah, he is telling nothing but truth. What do companies do? They destroy the threat or buy out the competition. Oh, this person is dense. What companies actually do is they make a better or cheaper product or both. What companies actually do is they make a better or cheaper product or both. What companies actually do is they make a better or cheaper product or both. Blockbuster Video. And then Netflix. Netflix made a product that's better and cheaper, which put Blockbuster Video out of business. Unless there's like a leftover Blockbuster Video in Des Moines, Iowa, or something like that. So, Blockbuster Video is black women. Other women are coming with a better, cheaper product. They're coming with a slimmer waist, prettier face, and a big bank. And I'm not talking about account, but they're coming with that too. Small waist, pretty face with the big bank. In fact, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. And notice how you won't hear a guy like this saying don't take their welfare, because apparently what he's trying to say is gifts from strangers is a danger. But it's okay for black women to take, welfare and stuff like that. That's okay. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna this used to be a trend, so what in the world? Okay. Let's let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find a good one. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Let me just get out of here because I got too many screens up. All right, it says, let's read the next one. It says, Yes, see yourself as a whole person and not just a body on the auction block, but y'all see yourselves as a body on the auction block that nobody is bidding on. All right. It says, hell nah, she ain't gonna sacrifice her family. I just don't understand why they don't get it, because you don't give it. Wowzers. Eloquently said. Much respect, my brother. Okay. All right. Enough of this foolishness. Let me see what y'all have to say in the comment section. Would they say they sacrifice their peace of mind because men create more work slash stress for a woman? Because men create more work for stress, more work slash stress for a woman. Um, how much more work do a man create for a woman? Let's start there. And let's talk about a 50-50 arrangement, okay? Let's do that. In a 50-50 arrangement, a both man and woman work, and she would tend to the household needs and the family needs. But she would do that when she's single. So elaborate on the more work thing that you have that you stated here, Dominic. Greatly appreciate you. My resources are not destined for that community. Your resources is your resources is destined for whatever you want it to be. We got the dominant genes, so how is that bad? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have some idea, but it's not good. You see, black people have got it in their head because we come from a hustle culture where everybody's trying to hustle somebody, that the moment they hear this person wants something from me, their knee-jerk reaction is to say, what's in it for me? Even if that thing is of a mutual benefit or a sole benefit to you. Meaning that we are so like of this hustle or be hustled mindset. If a beautiful woman were to come up to them and say, yeah, I want to taste that. I want to taste that baby batter. You would say, what's in it for me? And that's how pimps are born. That's that hustle mentality. What up, Cortez? Black people don't want to admit that the divorce rate between black men and white women is low. I didn't know that. Okay, now you're naming brothers. Okay. Gonna go past that. Y'all still, yeah. So the list is endless. All right. Not the same people. No group in America are the same people they were years ago. Yeah, I know. I know. You know, this whole notion that this is the same person that lynched you. Like, really? He must have had a true epiphany. Using both sides of the argument, they're going to delete you for sleeping with Becky. Since they don't delete you, they'll use you to sleep with Becky. Yeah, it's retarded. It's like the whole thought process. They still spit tobacco in the South. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. who in the hell invented spit tobacco? It has to be like a nasty Mississippi person if I ever seen one in my life. But yes, that's a disgusting habit. Sit on the porch with what the hell is a bicky? Is that an L? No, that's an I. What's a bicky? Even if it was an L, I wouldn't know what it was. But yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. Oh crap! Yeah. All right. Anyway, Black women have been having mixed kids for 400 years, yet almost none are successful. That's why the community attacks Black men who date out is because of jealousy. Well, they didn't become president, so you might be onto something. All right, it says in a 40 years of interracial dating, Black men produce more successful mixed kids than Black women have in 400 years. Oh, dang. All right, let's move past that one. Even the sisterhood is aware that Black women's wealth is useless. Well, Black women's wealth comes from like external sources. So it's not actual wealth. It's, that can be sustained. It can be taken away at any time. Like it's a cycle that comes from a community, goes through Black women, and then goes back into that same community. And I'll give an example. A food stamp. A food stamp comes from taxpayers. Taxpayers give a person a food stamp. That person spends that stamp on food. That money, that food stamp gives jobs to the taxpayers. It's a circle. The circle of broke. Once again, workers make money, or excuse me, workers pay taxes. Taxes buy food stamps. Food stamps makes jobs. Workers pay taxes. It's a cycle. One that's easily broken. All right. It says the do as I say, not what I do mentality. They have Cortez Smith. Yep. When Keisha marries an okay, I already read that one. Let's see. Yet Robert Smith had a wife and helped the community, and they still shamed him. Yeah, absolutely. He wouldn't have a wife if he didn't date out. He'll have some woman that say, "You only worth 10 billion. You ain't no Mark Zuckerberg." That's what he would be dealing with. Notice they never use that logic for Serena Williams and her ilk. Of course not. They give white men money. They give white men money through Prada, Gucci. Here's another one. I don't even know these. I have never bought designer anything, not for myself or others, ever in my freaking life. It's only been like 5 years that I've been wearing Nikes. Like I haven't worn Nike since like the 90s, and I just started like 5 years ago because they were a company that backed up Colin Kaepernick, and that was it. I'm like, all right, I'll mess with you after that. I am not a name brand person. Right now, there are several Black women celebrities paying alimony to white men. That is true. That is true. Shout out to Halle Berry. And the community is quiet about it because they're too busy pretending the Jonathan Majors even was real. Yeah, and so is O'Shea. All right. When a Black man marries Becky, Marisol, Marlene, Keisha feels abandoned, and no money is used for her upkeep. LOL. Yeah, it is. It's called taxes. White women help Black men make more money. More money means more taxes. More taxes means more welfare to you. So shouldn't you be happy? There's your money. There's your reparation. Becky helped your man make more money. So now there's a greater tax base that you can use to buy cigarettes from the cigarette company that Becky's father owns. There you go. So in essence, money a black woman inherits from a white man goes back to them, not the community. The way they look at it is they are the community. So I'm annoyed right now. I'm annoyed because, as y'all know, kitchen work is being done, and the guy left, um, and now it's a fly in here. Flies are nasty, annoying creatures. But I don't have time to swat it because I'm talking to y'all. All right. Meg Thee Stallion got a black man locked up. She's so beautiful. Yeah, like where is the generational wealth from DDG? How is that working out? He's less wealthy because of this ordeal, and he's less connected to the future generation. Charles, on top of those, black men are unhappy with non-black women, and black women are mad because of it. Wait, Charles, and on top of that, okay, I see what you're saying. All right. To the delusional pro-black simp, Black Beauty covers all of her sin. Well, beauty does cover a lot of sin. I put up with a lot of stuff if a woman is beautiful. If I'm benefiting from said beauty. Like every man knew that Halle Berry was crazy. Like early in their career, but they still went after it because for obvious reasons. You're clocking me, but I have no life. Okay. That means something to somebody. All right. It says, so white women are just a bunch of BBC cum sluts. No. No. Listen, white women are not as simple as people like to portray them. They're complex beings, just like any other woman or man, with complex desire, just like any woman or man. However, there is a, and this is something that I've observed and something that I experienced from an extraordinarily young age. So this isn't something that society corrupts women and girls into. There is a primal attraction that they have for certain type of men. We're going to talk about that. In fact, that's how I found that thumbnail that you see here. There is that primal attraction that they have. Now, their mating preference really just depends on a number of factors as it relates to race, and that is how much are they going to listen to their primal desires. Some of them, and you might say that these are higher functioning ones, will say, listen, I have this primal desire. That doesn't mean I'm going to, bend the knee to a broke, illiterate bastard because my primal desire tells me to do that. Some would say that's smart because they're able to override their primal instinct. Just like your primal instinct tells you to eat until you get fat, if you're able to override that, it takes intelligence and discipline to do that. So that's where all women really fall in that design. I mean, that's something that I've seen. For black men, to be perfectly honest, it's caused more harm than good. Um, but that's a whole nother video. All right, I have a lot of these, so I'm gonna try to speed through. You don't have a job, y'all unemployed rates went up against this month, again this month. What's the unemployment rate? You're talking about the money they take on my check for, for unemployment? Oh, the unemployment rate. Got you. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying black women's unemployment rate um, went up. Yeah, probably. There was a lot laid off recently. Megan is pretty well. Okay, so I don't know who Megan is, so I'll just take your word for it. All right, it says colorism is one of the biggest projection in human history because there is literally no evidence of what black women say. Well, it's a way to guilt you out, out your penis. But once again, you can't dictate what my dictates. Shout out to me for the light skinned song. Black woman said Precious was pretty. Well, she's not. And she knows that she's not. You see, black women, you don't do yourself any service by trying to create this, by trying to eliminate beauty standards, which means that, any advantage that you had over less attractive women is now nullified. That's what it is. It means that you are no longer able to charge additional for premium gas. You created a society, or you're working to create a society where box is box. So men will just go after the easiest to obtain box. So all advantages, like, when a rich guy gets with a beautiful woman, rich guys will just start getting with ugly women. You're really just increasing your, and I'm talking about the attractive ones. Ugly women are just doing what they have to do to survive. But, I'm talking about the attractive ones. You're doing yourself a disservice. And you're doing that disservice because you're stupid. If you just so happen to be a Mercedes and you say that, a car is a car, then you're stupid. If you have a Mercedes dealership and you say a car is a car, you're stupid. If you have a Maserati dealership and you say a car is a car, you're stupid. Maserati and Mazda is the same thing, you're stupid. You're stupid for putting that into society. And that's why your box is worth the same as a Mazda now. Because of that stupidity. All right. Let's see. Nobody ever said, okay, oh, this is y'all back and forth. So I'll try to speed past that. Who's bald with a hard face? Okay. Somebody say, give us an example of a baddie. Stormy Maya. Stormy Maya is a baddie. I've always given Kelly Stamps I find attractive. Who else was that? Chloe Bailey, Taylor, and that's somebody y'all brought to my attention. Yeah. Chloe Bailey is a cutie too. Like, you get distracted by her body, but she's actually a cutie in addition to being a baddie. I always thought she was more attractive than her sister, but I thought her sister was the sweet one, but her sister is a piece of shit. All right, so let's see. Who are you? If you're talking about Kerry Washington is a very pretty woman. Kerry Washington, on my scale, maybe like 10 years ago, she was like neck and neck with Megan Good. She was like neck and neck to where, on some days I would say she even surpasses Megan Good, um, which is a difficult thing to do. But more days Megan Good surpasses her just by a little bit. But yeah, Carrie, if you're talking about Kerry Washington, yeah, she is older now, still attractive, but older. Anything with forehead curtains is a baddie. What's a forehead curtain? Is that like a lace front or something? You said Pretty Woman. Okay, y'all going over Pretty Women. Let's see. Oh, I guess now is a good time to introduce my top candidate for my new crush, my new YouTube crush. So, as y'all know, Kelly Stamps is engaged. So she no longer qualifies as my crush, but congratulations to her. She's engaged to somebody that's not me. So let me introduce you to the front runner for my new potential crush. What's her name? Okay. Here we go. Oh wait, looks like she might be married too. Let me see. Oh no, that's a different one. All right, let me see. Get some of her videos. Now she did a big chop recently, and I don't like it. No one does. I don't think, but personality is a factor. So that can't be ignored. All right. So she was gone for 5 years and now she's back 13 days ago. So, yeah, 1.24 million subscribers. And I don't know, she got Instagram and stuff. I've never been to her Instagram. Maybe she was posting on Instagram when she was away from YouTube. Um, Let me get one of her videos. I haven't watched her videos because she does like, brand deals, makeup tutorials, all that stuff that women like. Um, let's see. Let's see something that will show her back when she had hair and stuff. Um, Nothing definite, but it's not just her looks, I should say. But that's a factor. But there's personality, style, and demeanor reasons that I choose her as a potential new GC crush. All right. So once again, her name is Alyssa Forever. She may be replacing Kelly Stamps. Statistically, Black women are the least educated because they have the highest dropout rate. Black men actually have more degrees per enrollment. Didn't know that. Okay, let's see. It's like, yeah, you destroy all threats. You don't create trade routes and families. Yeah, that's weird. I'm trying to think if that even happens in like Game of Thrones. Like, oh yes, I'll get them Lannisters. Here's my daughter. Like, I'm trying to figure out how that works. Shaquan Barkley, I don't know who that is, so I'm just skip that. Let's see what King picks up to say. It's well understood that Black women are undesirable by the way they complain about others being chosen more than them. Yeah, I mean they're the least desirable. They still have a vagina, but amongst all with vaginas, they're the least. Theirs is the least sought after. Absolutely. That is a good question. Why are dudes who never pander? Because they don't like. Why would they marry you at that point? They know that you'll be there when they're done with their foolishness. I mean, they get married, but they get married. Um, they get married to black women, but when everybody else, when black women are done with the streets, done with Brad and Chad, wall down and stalled out, then they're like, okay, now I'm ready for you. Come through, black man. I mean, you're basically on the wait list. It's kind of like a community friend zone is what you're in. Social media treats black women like a charity case, as well as the U.S. government. White liberals, pretty much everybody treats them like charity cases because dot dot dot. This freaking fly. I blame Africans for this foolishness. I blame African for American flies because they seen that commercial where the flies was on that African dude face, and they think that they could just yoke up to black people. They think that we just that race of people that's going to tolerate, um, that's going to tolerate them. I got another thing coming. I got a raid. Think you could fly on my face? Try it. Try to get on my face. See how I don't swat your ass. All right. /10 white women look better. Look like her. I don't know yet. Okay, let me move faster. Let's see. The picture I looked at has make. Okay, y'all. Y'all talking about Meg the Stallion? All right, I think I might be. Pookie, Goofy, you're the one who got emotional and started name calling. Okay. Fly in the chat. Hey, Bronze. Happily landed in a birdhouse. What are y'all talking? Okay. Holy crap, it's two of them. I'm losing context of the conversation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the spray, take care of this problem, then I'm gonna play the next video. Most black women aren't worth anything. Far too many, unfortunately. That doesn't mean we should overlook the value of the valuable ones. All right. It says most of these famous black women are high-paid escorts. They're high-paid? Huh, was that a light-skinned? Yes, coincidentally, she just so happened to be light-skinned. So I'll tell you on Movie Night, Christy, why she's my crush. It's not just her looks, but I want to spread why. Let's see. Medicine can be sexy, but okay, I don't care. All right. Rounds, please. All right, there we go. All right, so let me take care of this fly problem, and then I will. I'll play this while I do that. Put myself on mute, and then. Share.
I have a question for some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying she said all. I never said that, but I do have a question for some, specifically the black men who choose to date white women, because that is where I have seen it the most. But I was about to go into the store, right? There was a black man there. He was with a white woman. You could tell they were together. Okay. As I'm getting ready to come into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. Okay. There was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked, and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. And he said, what happened? I held the door for you. I said, yes, you did. I said, but why did you let it slam in her face? And he just kind of smirked and walked off. I have noticed that a lot of black men that specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly. And I will never understand that shit. I do not give a damn who you choose to date. You can date whatever fucking race of people you want to date. I don't give a damn. But why must you treat black women so horribly when you choose to date outside of your race. And I have seen this more than once, so don't tell me that was just him, because it's not. I have witnessed it, that when a black man chooses to date another race, he chooses to treat black women like trash. And that's the most ignorant shit I have ever seen in my life. I have a question for some black men.
That is the most ignorant thing that you have ever seen in your whole life? Now, someone said it in the comment section because it's weird. Shout out to Black Sterling. She walked through. She walked through and didn't hold the door for the woman behind her. Yeah, that's what happens. Somebody holds the door for you, and then you hold the door. I mean, the person in front of you holds the door for one person behind them, and then you hold the door for somebody behind you, and the process continues. This man held the door open for her. She walked through and looked at him so he could just stand there holding the door for everybody that comes in. And she thought this story made him look bad. It, and then she confronted him on it. And he's like, "What do you? I held the door open for you. You're supposed to hold the door open for the person behind you. What in the world are you thinking? Where do they come up with such lunatic behavior? It is so weird. It is so freaking weird. I'm gonna I'm 244 comments. I want to see who else says stuff. Why are my boyfriend and I in this? Holy crap, is that the chick? Well, it's a white girl. Looks like she has a black boyfriend. I mean, it don't look like the chick, but by the way, this is an attractive white girl. Let me point that out. Holy crap! I think that is her. I'm so blah 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 blah. He's so blah 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 blah. Together we so happy together. But he shouldn't be spreading his genetics. She's just using him for his genetics. Wow. Boobies. Wow. Oh yeah, let's do. 1.5 million views. So happy together. I didn't schedule this. I didn't know. Dance if you have the best girlfriend in the world. What kind of dance is that? All right. Anyway. All right. Enough of that.
I have a question for some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying
She saw your beautiful couple and got in her feelings. She clearly felt threatened. No shame. Ha 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 ha. All right, let's see some more. Hard lunch. LOL. Because look at you. She is pretty. I mean, y'all hear that? The fly went on the microphone. They too fast. They too fast. I'm gonna get them. All right. Why didn't you open the door for? I know it's weird. It's weird. Why didn't you open the door for a woman? Why do you question when black men who date? Oh, good question. Why don't you question when black women who date white men? Am I crazy or are you black? Okay. This isn't the original video. The lady talking was white. I don't know what you're talking about. You ever ask yourself what black men, what black women? You ever ask yourself what black women did to them? Did to whom? I swear, the way she said he let the door slam in her face is yeah. Her energizer and mannerisms exposes her true feelings. Energizer. What, her battery? Why does it matter if a black guy wants to date white girls? It really don't, except to women like her. What would he care from others when he got his own? Okay, so we get the gist of what's going on. I want to see like some of her other videos. I'm curious because this woman is crazy, and I like to explore this type of craziness. I don't know why. She's not following anybody. She has 10,000 followers. Oh, did I click the wrong person? Not to click the wrong person. She's literally a talking head, a talking wig on other people's videos. They don't have titles. I hate seeing a bad bitch with a. Oh, okay, okay. Let's explore this woman.
And another thing, I hate seeing a bad bitch with a loser. Have y'all seen that girl in that green dress? She said she was going to a wedding. She got a dress custom made to fit her body. This girl is gorgeous. Small tangent. I went on her page. I had to stalk her. She is beautiful.
Okay, this is normal. This is normal. Okay. You seen a beautiful woman and you said I had to go on her page and stalk her. She's beautiful.
Stunning. Body is tea. She was wearing the fuck out of that dress. Anyway, she's making a video and her man has to like corset her up and tie it together or whatever. And when I see stuff like this, I'm always like, is it just me? Like, am I just being a hater? But then the comments validate what I'm thinking. Like, all of the comments are like, his energy is off. He's weird. You deserve more. You deserve better. We don't know what happened off camera. True. But just looking at that video, his energy was off. I'm looking finest look.
And your energy is on? It seems like you troll the internet looking for attractive couples to hate on. Like that last interracial couple.
In my dress. We are obviously about to go to do something fun, and your energy is dry. You're not complimenting me, telling me that I look so beautiful, that I'm about to be snatched up, that you're about to snatch me up with this little corset thing. Nothing. Obviously, he didn't have to go too much because it's her video, right? But if you're dating that influencer, they make these types of videos, and she willingly put you in it. I feel like the least you could do was show that you're happy to be there. I mean, the bar switch is off.
He's smiling.
Off. Oh, she needed to have me there. She needed to have me there because I'm in love with her. And another thing I hate.
Wow. This broad just goes on the internet dirty macking. See what this is about. Well, that's depressing. Okay, here's another white woman she's trolling. All right, let's see her troll this relationship.
It's bad that this grown man feels that it's necessary to teach his girlfriend a lesson like she's a small child about leaving her makeup out. But what's even worse is him trying to force her to pretend to be happy about it. He went out of his way to destroy something that was special to her, that she cherished, that she loved, that she enjoyed, because he didn't like it. What makes him think I'm going to replace it? Makes that okay that he did that? Because my whole thing is some makeup is rare. Some makeup is limited edition that you can't get back, and it's expensive. Like,
is that true? Is there limited edition makeup? These broads are retarded. This is sick. Women really know how to waste money. Limited edition makeup. I want y'all to think about how that sounds.
it took her time. She probably has memories associated with certain things. Certain palettes come out for certain times. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. He knew that she loved it and that she enjoyed it. And he went out of his way to destroy it because he didn't like it. And his mannerisms in that video made me feel like it wasn't his first time doing this to her. Everything about this just irritates me. Even this setup. Like, you're not letting her look. She has her back towards it. You act like you have this big, fabulous, amazing surprise for her. And she's thinking that it's something sweet just for her to turn around and you're like, surprise, I ruined your makeup. Like, that's not cute. That's not funny. You're not a good guy. I don't care if you're offering to pay for it. You should have never destroyed it in the first place. Because she.
Okay, I can only listen to so much of this. Wow. All right. I'm seeing a pattern here, and it's pretty bad. I want to see what this is about. Okay, this is just a random woman and what looks like a traditional wedding attire. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a black woman. Let's see what she has to say about her. Oh, that's Kikimukaya. Okay, let's see what you have to say about that.
Took the picture and posted it on TikTok, which is so weird. Why y'all being so insecure? Because when we talk about it's about boundaries and respect, it's not you just being insecure. You're not confident. Da, 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 da. My man just wanted a picture. So what's the difference? What happened? All y'all girls in those comments, y'all just insecure. That's what y'all feel. Because let it do feel some type of way because his girl want to take a picture with Duke Dennis or something. That's all y'all finna say. Oh my God, y'all not pacified, checking these comments. Y'all so insecure. Oh my God. But when y'all feel some type of way, we all gotta listen to it. Don't nobody give a fuck about your opinion. This is the first time I done seen girls in comments talking about it's about boundaries and respect. You go to the bar every weekend, they don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Shut that shit up. Talking about all of a sudden y'all grew some brains.
Okay, enough of that. This is, y'all see the issues here. Okay, do y'all see? Oh, Wait a minute. This is the one that she. Oh wait, is this the one I already said? That we already showed. Okay, yeah, this is the one we already seen. Okay. So what it looks like to me is that she finds happy couples and shits on their relationship. Like that's the common theme throughout each of this. Look at this one. Let's listen.
As a collective, let's stop posting our men doing or saying embarrassing things and then feeling some type of way when the audience perceives it a certain way. Two videos. The first one, the girl in the dresses, I think her name was Ellie. She wants to model sundresses for her boyfriend.
Okay.
The comments felt as if her boyfriend may be a little bit homosexual.
Huh?
I also kind of thought that too, or I might have, I was kind of thinking like his reaction is a little bit strange. It's not the normal reaction that you might get from a boyfriend who is excited to see his girlfriend.
So this man who is looking at his girlfriend's ass is homosexual. She scours the internet looking for happy couples to shit on. Okay, so a single woman is looking at couples to shit on them. Someone says, GC, you got a wife? No. You want to know what I don't do? I don't go looking at happy couples and shitting on them. That's what I don't do. I congratulate any man who's in a happy situation that I would rather be in. Don't hate, congratulate. She's hating. She's doing the former, I'm doing the latter. Get it? Got it? Good.
Sundresses, but I was just gonna keep on scrolling. But then Ellie pops up on my timeline again, defending her man and trying to tell the entire world to shut the fuck up and quit calling him gay when it's just like, you put that out there for us to call him gay.
No, she put it out there to show the sundress reaction. Y'all came to a conclusion because y'all really grasping at straws.
Second one, the lady, y'all, this is white people hair, so I don't fucking know. The lady tried to get a good reaction of her husband showing off her hair. She didn't get a haircut. It's just a new color. And I mean, it looks as blonde looks to me. And his reaction was weird as fuck. Now, I did comment on that one because she's acting clueless and like everybody's telling her to divorce her man. But it's kind of like he doesn't give two fucks about you or your baby. He didn't kiss you after work. Like, it's just like y'all be posting this shit. And it's just like, bro, do you want feedback or do you like what do you want by posting this? What are you gaining by posting this? Like you could have kept that shit in your camera roll. I have plenty of reactions that I didn't feel like needed to be posted and could stay in the camera roll. Maybe we should all apply that logic to our own lives.
Wow. Yet you felt the need to react to this and you felt the need to just post. Seems like you're just posting like women who appear happy in their relationships and looking for ways to shit on them. This is amazing. Uh-oh, here's an interracial. Oh, wait. I want to see this one first. Oh, wait, that's not her giving commentary. Let's see what this is about.
3 things I am not doing at my wedding as a wedding photographer. So, 1, I will not be doing a bouquet toss or a garter toss. I think just the idea of my future husband crawling up my dress to get a garter is just like the raunchiest thing. And
okay, just other single women hating on tradition. All right, so I'm gonna move past that. All right, where's the other one I wanted to? Here we go. IR couple. Let's see what she has to say about that.
Okay, so the girl who got pew pew in her head by her boyfriend She was in the hospital for months. She couldn't eat. She couldn't talk. She couldn't walk. She had to relearn how to do everything. She has no skull. She still has to have surgeries. She goes live, and her boyfriend, who her in the head, is in the live with her, in a house with her, sitting next to her on a game. I couldn't believe my eyes. But I could have sworn her family was like, justice, justice, justice. We need justice. But now that she's back with him, it was an
Okay,
accident.
this
He
might
didn't mean to do
be
it. It was just this freak accident. And he could have never done that to her on purpose.
okay. More hating, but yeah, I don't know the details of that trial, but of course they're going to look at it in the worst possible light because, black woman. All right, let's see. No, not this one. Let's see. Let's see what else she has. This is interesting. Just watching haters hate is spectacular. Look, more people hating on weddings. Uh-oh.
That girl wore a jean romper and some low top retro 11 Jordans to her very own 21st birthday dinner. And y'all are mad at her friend for the way she dressed. She knew it was her birthday since last year, her
Wow,
birthday.
this is the sisterhood of hate. See if I can find an interracial couple here. It's not even just her. It's just a bunch of people looking to hate. Okay, so it looks like I'm at the bottom of it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see this. Weight limit 300 pounds. Let's see what this is about.
It's 2025. Somehow we've reached the point in time to where if a water park has a weight limit, it's now considered fat phobic. Can we just get this straight for a second? She saw a 300-pound weight limit at a water park and called it American. This is where we are right now. People so deep into their delusion that they see objective reality as discrimination. And I know a lot of you guys probably think this is fat phobic, but it's not. This is basic engineering. Structures have weight limits. Elevators, bridges, water parks. This is just reality. And instead of accepting that, people like this want the world to bend to their feelings. This is what happens when you live in denial. And every inconvenience now becomes oppression. And personal responsibility is now offensive. If you think the world should change rather than you, you've already lost. So drop the victim mindset and stop expecting reality to adjust for you. Either take control of your life or stay mad at gravity forever. Your choice. This is basic engineering. Structures have weight limits. Elevate.
That's we get the gist of that. He's not saying anything that I haven't said in the past, but very well put, brother. So okay, she looks nice in her dress. Let's watch the hate.
Did you guys see the video of the woman who now wears body glitter when she goes out on dates? Because of course married men can't touch her, can't do anything to her because they'll get glitter all over them because glitter lasts forever. And then this woman was like taking it a step further, and she's like, I think I'm gonna start wearing body glitter for like security purposes because nobody can touch me if I'm covered in glitter. There will be remnants of me everywhere.
Okay.
And then
so at least she's not doing it to a happy couple anymore. So that's the show. Hold on. So that's the show. I want to thank everybody that participated. I want to thank my members. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.